again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your ITFC live fan reaction show. I'm your host, the Gubby. It's finished Leicester City 1, Ipswich Town 1. Town moving to second thanks to that point. Salamento with his first for the football club. How are you feeling this evening? What are your thoughts following that 90 minutes? We've got Andrew, a great second half performance. Happy with a point. The Shire Sharp, fantastic points. We're a million miles off Leicester tonight, battling second half performance, but a chasm between the two sides. Certainly felt that chasm that fair. It was very similar to the Boxing Day game, wasn't it? In the sense of the second half, I thought we were a much better team and pushed them all the way and got the deserved equaliser. First half tonight, though, yeah, Leicester a bit to be desired. We weren't at our best, it's probably fair to say. What did you think and feel over the course of the 90? Do let us know. Chris himself saying, mirror image of Boxing Day. So on a point there. What a difference the subs made. Delighted for Sarmiento. Great point from Mike Baker. What a great goal, says Chris McTaggart. Comeback. Another, what a great goal. Comeback. Another KM subs delight. Sarmiento. Roy Clark, who's going to say it's time for Walton to come back? Haladki marrying the match. Now. Haladki marrying the match by country mile. Great result, and I predicted the score. Good work, Roy. Don't forget, we are also partnered with Match Bingo. Play Match Bingo, win cash prizes. Are you a sports enthusiast who loves their football and cricket, and do you want to support a life-saving work while having fun and winning cash prizes? Of course you do. Who wouldn't? How your players on the screen now. Register online, then download the Match Bingo app on your mobile phone or tablet. Choose your matches and play during the most exciting football fixtures, including, of course, the East Anglian Derby. That will be in a couple of months. You could have had tonight's game. There's various games on there. And, of course, by playing Match Bingo, you not only indulge in your passion for sport, but also contribute to the crucial work of the East Anglian Air Ambulance. Over 18s only. Be gamble aware. Right, back to the comments. And we're going to bring in Coxy and we've got Steve. Bit of a short show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for a further match reaction, but it is late. I'll go about 10 to 5 this morning. I'm not that you can tell by my face, I know. You're so kind in the chat. Steve Wright, brilliant point. Thoroughly deserved on second half performance. However, we must get a recognised number 9 from somewhere. Coxy, welcome in. Town have done it again to Leicester. They've come back. They've stolen, according to Chris in the chat, they're a point. How did you see the game?
Personally, I wouldn't say that they've stolen the game. I think there's no more than we deserved. I mean, but yeah, it was virtually a duplicate, other than sort of the equaliser came a bit earlier than Morsey's did at Boxing Day. But no, it was a deserved point. But why didn't they play like that first half? I mean, that is a frustrating thing, and you know, we are lacking that striker, that Hurst target man badly.
Yeah, do you feel, as Paul says here in the chat, that we gave them too much respect in the first half?
Yeah, definitely. I think yes, we too much respect, and obviously they went in at half time, and McKenna said, you know, stop it, you know, let's go out there, and they certainly did, and it was chalk and cheese. That second half performance, well deserved point. Bit more belief in there, we may have come away with 3, but yeah. Happy with the point. We'd have probably said before before starting we'd be happy with the point, and we got the draw.
Okay, I completely agree with that in terms of chalk and cheese performances. First off, we were very almost timid. We were quite. We've always said McKenna's not the sort of man to put the handbrake on. Well, that's probably as close as you're going to get to seeing McKenna apply a brake, if you like, because we did sit in. Travis was man marking Ricardo. Almost at points where Travis was playing an old school Italian sweeper, it felt like, Coxy.
Yeah, it did. But you know, the forward players didn't seem to have that belief that it burns. And as much as I hate to agree with what what's his face, Don Goodman says, you know, it was there was a chance there if he'd have just kept on going. But some reason why he went back. I mean, you know, he's way there. And there's clear grass in front of him, but. I don't know. Yeah, they didn't seem to have that belief in that fight. Yeah, like I said, I think it probably was too much respect given to the old Leicester there.
Who have been phenomenally good this season, and it is a tough place to go and play. Any team at this level will go and find it a tough place to play, regardless of whether they win, lose, or draw. Second half, much different. What do you put that down to? The subs, the approach, both. What stood out for you as the sort of the turning point?
Well, so as they came out second half, we had a couple of corners there, and so I think it was McKenna's team talk, McKenna's motivation there, and said, stop giving the respect. And the subs made a difference. So we haven't always seen it this season. Sometimes subs make the difference, but they did today. And Saramento got the equaliser deserved.
He did. How did you see Caden Jackson's performance? Before I let you go for the evening, how do you think his performance?
Well, I'm like you, Glover, and I'm dearly want that guy to do well, and nothing I would like to see him to score a hat trick. But yeah, again, what the Sky commentators said, his sort of managers he's had, like Lambert and who he's played under. They always were telling him what he wasn't good at, and Kieran McKenna's in to tell him what he's good at, and he is good at pressing. He's got that pace. So yeah, he done all right. He done all right. Not he didn't win the game for us, but yeah, he done what I suppose he done what he was asked to do, really.
And you're man of the match tonight?
Oh well, country mile. It's the goalkeeper, Hadke. No doubt about it tonight. Those saves, yeah.
Perfect. Coxy, pleasure talking football with you as always. Enjoy the rest of your night, although it's 10:05, so might not have much of it left, but enjoy.
Adios.
All the best, my man. Lewis says, could we please arrange for a Fisherman to hand the pen to Hladky to sign his new deal? Rob Holmes needed that tonight, following on from the Sunderland win. All momentum building going forward. The Shire shot, I agree. Hladky had a great game, but thought he was at fault for the goal. Seemed to slide right through his hands. James B. Hutchison, different class. First touch and drive. Norman, Travis was poor tonight. Is he any better than Ball? Says Norman. Steve, welcome in. How did you see the game first and foremost? What are your thoughts on it?
I loved it. Well, the second half I loved. The first half not so much. It was two completely different teams. It feels like the second half was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I think we thoroughly deserved that point. It was they completely different team in the second half. The first one, there were so many mistakes. They looked timid. They couldn't get anywhere. Second half, they had the upper hand, I think, for most of it. It was really good. Good watch.
Yeah, it's a really good second half performance. What do you think of make a Norman's point there? Travis was poor tonight. Is he any better than Ball? What did you make of Travis's performance?
Yeah, I was underwhelmed, to be honest, especially compared to the previous game. His first game with us, he was pretty solid. We thought we've got a good replacement for Morsey, certainly for that game and for today or for tonight. But there was a couple of silly little fouls in there, a couple of loose balls. He lost that ball really early on, which almost led to Leicester going 1-0 up, apart from a couple of decent tackles. But it was underwhelming, I think, from him. To be fair, I feel that way about a lot of the players that are on the pitch tonight, but certainly for a fair few of them. But hopefully, now we've got Morsey back. That's going to be. That can only be a plus.
It can only even be a plus to get your captain back. Absolutely. I thought Travis myself had a bit of an up and down game. In parts he was good, in parts he wasn't, and I think that's part of the process of arriving at a new football club, learning a new tactical structure, and learning a new sense of where you need to be on the pitch and what your responsibilities are, and being thrust into the starting lineup, through a suspension to the player that you're sort of probably going to be coming in to be the understudy to, if not maybe partner with, and it's just that dynamic of you've got no time to learn anything. You're straight in, aren't you, in January?
Yeah, I get it. It can't be easy. It's a team that Massimo and Morsey played together for a lot of obviously last season and then through this season as well. Last time we didn't have either, and this time it's again a completely different partnership. So it can't be easy because he's come from a different team. We're used to playing with Morsey. It can't be easy to jump in and try and make things tick and sort of gel right in. And it can't be easy because, like you say, now Morsey's going to be straight back into starting 11. It's going to be get like next week. Should they all be okay? It'll be Morsey and Luongo again.
You'd have thought so.
Yeah. I'd hope so. And then, to be honest, Travis is going to be on the bench probably for now until the end of the season, unless something happens to to either Luongo or Morsey again. So it can't be easy. So I mean, fair play to him, but he did disappoint certainly compared to the last game.
Yeah, Libe, so much better second half. Pressed them, made their defense into mistakes and thoroughly got a goal. Yeah, the press second half was what was the real difference from Town, wasn't it?
It was amazing. The subs were fantastic as well. I thought Hutchinson was brilliant. Sarmiento was great. Because there so many disappointments in the first half, and then suddenly in the second half, you bring on these subs as well, and it just changes the game entirely, changes the whole face of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the pressing was fantastic because it always seemed as soon as they got it away, Town was straight back at them, and it was almost they had a couple of good chances after the goal as well. So yeah, who knows what could happen? But yeah, I'm so impressed with the subs. They were brilliant tonight.
Yeah, pass of the match from Halaki. Shane Clark couldn't do more with it. Was a great pass from Halaki, that wasn't it? Just an absolute sort of a midfield ping. It was beautiful.
That was fantastic. That was absolutely incredible. To be fair, Halaki did play really well. Maybe he couldn't have done enough for the own goal. I don't know. But he made some cracking saves, and that ball to Clark was brilliant. It's a shame. Clark had a couple of shots which were pretty average, pretty appalling to be fair. But yeah, it was. It's a shame that Clark couldn't do anything with it really, because who knows what could happen there.
Talking of Clark, was it a booking for you? Because for me, I thought that was a fantastic tackle.
I thought it was all right. He got the ball because they were saying, why isn't it a red? Well, he got the ball for a start.
Yeah.
And all the Leicester fans were chanting off. He got the ball. I thought it was a great challenge. He caught a boot on the back of the head from Dewsbury Hall as he went down as well. So.
I thought it was a great tackle. Yeah,
solid challenge. He got 100% of the ball, and it was only just sort of following through. He caught Dewsbury Hall. I don't think it was a yellow.
199. Josh Russell, massive point. This team never gives up. I don't even know what that was about. That in that comment. Rob Holmes, subs made such a difference. They look scared of Hutchinson, Broadhead, and Sarmiento. Thoughts on Sarmiento before I ask you for your man of the match?
Oh, he's beautiful. Yeah, great. I'd love to see him come away. It's great to see him get his first goal. First goal for the club as well, and such an important goal. I think he looked good against Wimbledon when he came on. He played against Sunderland as well, didn't he? Am I right thinking that? But either way, the games he's played, he looked great. And then today he looked fantastic as well. He was only on for a short period of time, but I think he was probably one of the most impressive players on the pitch tonight. Certainly him and Hutchinson, definitely. They were only on for a fraction of the game. Yeah, really pleased for him. I'm happy to see what he can do going forward as well. I think there could be a good few more goals to his name between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, and your man of the match?
It's close. To be fair, I don't know. It's very close between Halaki and Burns. I think Burns, particularly in that first half, was probably one of the only bright points. But Halaki did make some cracking saves. I'll go Halaki, I think, because without him, we could have been 2 or 3 down.
Yeah. All right. Absolutely. Steve, appreciate you coming on. Look after yourself. All of the best. Apologies for reading the last comment out there. Not my own views, but apologies for reading it out without vetting it first. Fisherman, welcome in. How you doing?
Very well, my man. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right. I should have read the full comment before putting it on the screen.
To be honest, I didn't. I weren't taking much notice.
Good. I hope everybody else wasn't as well, but it's certainly not my views. But apologies for anybody who read that.
Definitely not. No.
Thoughts on tonight?
Look, you know me. I've given Lackey a bit of stick, and I was for that first goal. He should have got that. Should have had his hands on that, palmed it away, or done something better than allowing it to go through his hands. Shouldn't have happened. And then, I think that's probably the difference between, what I call the X Factor goalkeeper and a very good goalkeeper. But there we are. Look, I've got to give it. I've got to give him some massive credit. There were some really important saves tonight, and he got his positional sense right. He looked a lot better. Bit concerning with some of our passing around the back tonight. I was a little bit starfish squeaky time, shall we say. But look, first half we were absolutely, I don't know. We looked like 11 players that had never played together.
First half we were very poor, yeah.
Oh, it was awful to watch. Harness, apart from one good pass towards the end of the first half, was not great. Jackson chasing shadows. Chaplin, I didn't think had a great game, if I'm honest. Travis, another, I like Travis. There's something about him, but didn't look good in that first half. Luongo, solid. Do you know what? I tell you what, Burns probably and Wolfenden for me were probably very close to man of the match as well. I thought Wolfie, actually Fridge as well. I thought that they were really good. Felt sorry for Leif Davis getting an own goal like that, but that is what it is. But I remember thinking, sitting here, and I was talking to my boy come down half time. He goes, "Oh my days, you know, this could be 3 or 4-0." But what I will say, who was he say? The Fisherman needs to move on from Lasky scoring. Oh, what a shame. For me,
Go on,
I'd
Mark,
like
you tell him.
to. I know, but bless him. For me, it was, you know, we were saying that second half we've got to come out. If we are serious about promotion, we do have to sort of up our game. And did we just in that second half? Subs made a huge improvement.
They did.
Oh, they were just. I mean, Hutchinson just came on and just. Sarmiento, them two players alone caused problems, and Broadhead did more in the time he came on than Jackson did in his time. Look, Jackson scored a great goal last week, and it's nice that he gets the odd goal here, and he's been an okay servant for the club, but. For us to go forward, we need a lot better. And I'm just a bit frustrated with the club at the moment as well. You let Ladapo go with no one coming in, or no obvious signs of anybody coming in. It's just doesn't sit well with me, especially when we're trying to get out of this. We're doing our very best to get out of this league. We played a very good Leicester side tonight. I thought they were better than when we played them at Portman Road. Yes, they're playing at home, but some of the movement, off the ball movement, the movement from the players, the passing, the crispness. I mean, yeah, they had a little bit of sort of the rub of the green in the first half was going for them, and I guess based on the first half, they probably deserved the lead. But then the second half, we were just a far better, and I think that. Sarmiento, I can't even pronounce his bloody name, deserved his goal. Perfectly, you want that type of player when the ball's hit in like that to follow up. That's a forward-thinking type of player, These forward-thinking type of players are the type of players that win your games, So, or get a result against a very, very good, probably Premier League side next season. But other than that, as like I said, bar a few little negatives in the first half, I didn't feel like we were going to score. But the more the second half went on, I could see Leicester dropping back, and they weren't so much getting the ball. They weren't getting the rub of the green on midfield, and the players that came on were putting a little bit more about, and the movement from us as well. That's so important. It's not just movement with the ball; it's movement when we haven't got the ball. And in that first half, we were very static from the midfield upwards. Second half, we were much better, much more. We had more space. I mean, Hutchinson. Well, there was good 10 yards of space around him when every time he got the ball. And I feel that we thoroughly deserved that 1-1 draw. Aladke definitely man of the match with a close Wolfie, Edmondson, and probably Burns as a very close seconds. So for me, very good draw against a very good Leicester side, and bring on the next team and see how we go from there.
Absolutely. Max Fact says, few little negatives, mate. You had a Twitter meltdown at half time.
I did, Max. I was like, but it wasn't great, It really wasn't. If you as a football fan, and why did Clark get booked for that tackle?
No idea.
No disrespects, but that was as clean a tackle as you're ever going to get. If we're going to start penalising players for that, then you might as well wrap the ball players in bubble wrap. It got a clean.
I agree.
Clean tackle. I couldn't understand that one. But no, look, yeah, Twitter meltdown at half time. Wasn't impressed. Pretty angry, to be fair, because I just felt we weren't doing nothing. We were, we were just giving Leicester far too much respect. We were just not at the races. 11 players on the football pitch playing as individuals rather than how we have played. And in the second half, I credit to Kieran McKenna, whatever he said at half time worked because I came out different side.
Totally different side. Yeah. Well, we were pressing.
Far better.
we were much better in the press, which was a huge difference from the first half. Just a huge difference. How do you see Broadhead's cameo as the central striker before we go?
Do you know what? I kind of like him in that role.
Yeah, I thought you played well tonight.
Yeah, I think Broadhead's another one of these players that could probably give you a bit like Hurst, sort of 70, 80 minutes in that role. Because it's a hard. People don't understand how hard that number 9 role is. You know, my boy Daniel sometimes play that, and half time he's puffing. You know, big time. And it's not an easy role because you do a lot of physical running, and you've got to have a lot of stamina, you've got to have a lot of fitness, and you know. So, do you bring Broadhead on for a number 9, or do you start him as a number 9? But I thought he'd done well. I thought he did more than Jackson. You know, and hence why we're sitting here now saying, look, 1-1, second in the league, a point above Southampton. They must be thinking, Christ alive, what have we got to do? We're on this amazing run, yet we still can't get above them. You know, it's look, the end of the day is there's not. I can't imagine there's one Town fan out there right now. All the boys up there that have gone to Leicester watch it. All the boys sitting at home watching it. They must be buzzing because I am now. I am really happy with that. You know.
Absolutely, yeah. And Robin says in the chat here, only one top 8 side to play the next 2 months. Our horrible run of fixtures is finally over. Hell of an achievement to remain in second still. Yeah, it is a great achievement. And it is. Hey, let's see where the journey takes us. Really, window is still open, and you can be very proud of your team tonight, can't you, Mike?
Yeah, I think every Town fan can be proud of them tonight. You know, because not many teams will go to Leicester and get points.
No, certainly
they really won't. Absolutely not. They are there for a reason. They are top for a reason. Very, very good side. But let's be fair, so are we. And we
absolutely
that, you know?
That's the key.
We have this ability. Yeah, and people don't, you know, we were brilliant in that second half. Leicester were brilliant in that first half, although I think we probably allowed them to play more in the first half. But second half, we were just, you know, we were on par with them. And bear in mind, you think about how much that squad cost them and how much our squad is. It's a massive, you know, and I just feel that if we can't get a result there and go and slip up against the lower parts of the league. You know, they're your bread and butter. They're your promotion points at the bottom of the league. You know, some of these lower teams, middle of the road teams, win as many games as at home and get as many points away from home and see where we end up at the season. If we end up in the playoffs, so be it. You know, will I be gutted? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, you know, we have to. We will end up where we end up, and we will just run with it. You know, for me, happy night, and then see where we go from here. Next game, let's get 3 more points at the next game, see what happens. Who knows?
Absolutely. Mike, appreciate coming on. Look after yourself. All the
best, yeah.
Mark says it was a stellar performance. We don't know when we're a beat. Peter Graham, if we can perform like that second half in future games, we'll beat most championship teams, no problem. And Robin, squad will be buzzing, going toe-to-toe versus Leicester and Matchday will give us a huge amount of confidence going to the remainder of the season. Thank you for watching your match reaction. We are back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for more in-depth look at tonight's game. Hit the like, subscribe, FTA if you're watching on catch up. But until tomorrow, Town are back in second. Sleep.